Only winners, only win bets, 14 races. Let's run through this real quick for you. We're going to start out with a Juvenile Turf Sprint. I'm going with a 12-1 price here. The Ryan Moore, Aidan O'Brien combination with Cherry Blossom, the 8-horse. Hey, listen, if you watch any Breeders' Cup ever, if it's a turf race, we're talking Europe. You're going to see a theme here. Next up, Juvenile Fillies. 4-5. I don't think you can escape Tamara. Mikey Smith, Dickie Mandela, Richard Mandela. This is a horse. I just think she's too good for the field. I don't want to get cute here. This is one race where I think you just single, plug away, move on. If you don't want it super chalk, just skip this race. Next up, Juvenile Fillies Turf. I like the 5-horse Content. 15-1. Another Aidan O'Brien, Ryan Moore. I mean, this is the combination that kills us every year as Americans. The Euros come over here, and it's usually led by these guys. Content at 15-1. I think this horse is very close to good enough to win, and at a price at like 15-1, which I think may even get better than that on post time. Let's go, baby. I'm not betting a chalky horse here in these type of turf races. Moving on to the Juvenile. I like number 1, the Wine Steward, Mikey Maker's joint with Luis Saez. And again, this is a horse. I think is there a question on the distance? Maybe, but that comes next year. I think right now this horse is good enough. And at 8-1 morning line, I like this horse a lot. Trying to stay off the chalk a little bit, Next up, Juvenile Turf. I like the 8-horse, unquestionable, Frankie Dettori, and you guessed it, Aidan O'Brien, who's the king of turf in the Breeders' Cup year after year. Now we move to the Saturday races. The Dirt Mile, number 3, Cody's Wish, Chalk Festival, 9-5. I know it's possible he could get beat, but Junior Alvarado on the Billy Mott. This horse did it last year. They're going to do it again. Big scratches took it out. This horse is going to be less than even money again. This is another race that you either single or fade, but I am going to single. Depending on the price here, I may not even bet this race because of how chalky it could get. Go in the opposite direction, Filly and Mare Turf. I have a 20-1 joint here. Number 3, With the Moonlight, with Billy Buick on the point. Chaz Appleby. If it's not Aidan O'Brien, it's Chaz Appleby time. And listen, 20-1, and this horse lost by a nose to one of the horses in this race that is one of the favorites, will be one of the favorites, will be borderline chalk festival, and we are getting 20-1 on this With the Moonlight. Let's go. Filly and Mare Sprint. We're going with another price. Bobby Baffert's got a 10-1 joint here named Etta, however you want to say it. Juan Hernandez up. 10-1, another price, folks. I'm not getting chalky. I'm getting chalky in about a third, maybe half of these. More like a third, though. I don't like chalk and turf ever, which makes it more exciting. Let's go to the mile. Speaking of chalk on the turf, I lied to you because the next race up, Master of the Seas, the 14-horse, 7-2, Billy Buick and Chaz Appleby. Come on, guys, 7-2. The horse did it last year. The horse is the most likely to win at 7-2. I understand if you're going to fade him. For the circumstances of this video, if we're just trying to pick straight winners, I think he's the most likely winner. If you want to fade him and go for a bigger price, I totally get it. But I think you might get Master of the Seas at around 4 or 5-1, which why not? The Distaff. We're going chalky here with Idiomatic. Idiomatic's been the class of this field all year and will continue to be. Flory Giroux, Brad Cox. I think the 4-horse Idiomatic is probably my favorite single, or a horse that if you're going to ship it all in on, I like Idiomatic more than I like a couple of the other chalk favorites, including Goodnight Olive and a couple of the others, Cody's Wish. But I do like Idiomatic a ton here. In the turf, I like number 2, Onesto. 8-1 odds. And this is a stacked field, folks. You are going to get a massive price, even if you take the favorite here. I have seen Onesto compete with the best in the world in Europe. I just think he could get it done. He's been close enough, and I think he's going to be one of the bigger prices of the elite horses here. And he just got the experience. He's been racing with these elite European horses all year, all the last couple years actually. And the classic, I like number 12, Arabian Night. This class has been devastated by, I don't even want to talk about Go Rocket Ride and some of the other things that have happened here. Arcangelo, two of the better pieces of competition for Arabian Night here are out. Flavo Pratt, Bobby Baffert. I just think it's Arabian Night's race to lose. Not saying this is not a walkaway. At 3-1, I don't love it. And I don't even think you're going to get 3-1 on him. The classic kind of sucks for me, and probably sucks for a lot of people at this point. And it's usually, obviously, the premier race here. Let's move to the Turf Sprint. I like the number 8 horse, 12-1. I told you to remember a theme here. Ryan Moore and Aidan O'Brien, Aesop's Fables, 12-1, the 8 horse. Pretty simple, folks. If you don't have mathematical reason to bet against that combination in the turf races, then don't do it. This was very lucrative for me last year. Let's go. And finally, the sprint class. I do think the chalk Elite Power, last year's champ, will get it done again. I just don't have enough reason to believe that he won't. If you want to fade and go for a little bit more of a price, I'm fine with it. But I think Elite Power is just a class above the rest. Should get it done. That's the safest play. He's not unbeatable. I wouldn't be shocked if he got beat, but you're asking me who's going to win this race. It's probably Elite Power. That's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Peace, love, and prosperity.